Now, we're down here today in the home of Sarah Ann O'Neill in what town are you in, Sarah?
It's Daytask.
Derry Trask, is it?
Mm-hmm.
A famous woman for singing.
I don't know about how famous now.
Well, you've been on television a lot, haven't you?
Well, I was on television once just in on the Mountain Lark. Went down to Dublin, Geordie and myself, to do a programme. And I said, never again would I
Why
do
did
it.
you find it
Well,
nerve-wracking?
now it's nerve-wracking. You don't imagine it till you're there. You think that it's just sitting here watching it on the television, you think to yourself, you know, there's nothing. But when you're there, it's entirely different.
Well, you see that half-hour programme or 25-minute programme?
Aye.
How long would it take them making that?
Well, I don't know now. We were there a whole day, although there was a couple of programmes made that day. But it went on all day.
Is that right?
Aye.
Like, for to make that 25 minutes, they just don't run that 25 minutes.
Oh no! Well, I tell you what. You see, they have a big screen outside, and they have men out there. You see, watching in, and
checking what's being
aye,
recorded.
that's right. There's a floor manager there going about with headphones on and all.
Right. But they pay your expenses down and all.
Oh aye.
Oh, that wouldn't be so bad.
Oh, they did sure that.
And you just get wined and dined.
Oh aye, all very good, Liz. Very, very good.
Yeah.
They wouldn't know what to do for you like when you go there. You
But
know,
your house must have been a great house for singing when you were bringing up.
well, my father, you see, it was through my father that the singing came into our family. My father was a singer himself, and all the Hannahs was all singers. My mother hadn't a note, although she had the words of loads of songs, and still she had no air.
No air for
No.
the man.
But it was my father. He played the fiddle, and he could have step danced, and he had been a great drummer. He used to drum just with his fingers on the seat of the chair or anywhere at all, and he loved drumming as well. And he could have lifted for himself and a step danced.
Is that right?
I mind him doing all that when we were children. But then the fiddle hung on the wall, and he'd take her down at night there whenever the tea would be over in the winter time, the long nights, and that and play. And he'd invite a man to the house. Joe Queen had lived down the road, and a man was dead and gone now. Wee Barney O'Neill, he lived up there at King's Island School, and he went away to America. He has a son. A Monsignor now, way out in San Diego.
California.
And a few would come, you know, and they'd have a session of fiddling in the house, and maybe my father would go to their house some night, and that was the way it went. He used to go hail, rain, snow or blow till a place, Connolly's. They kept the lock on the canal, and I'd say maybe they were near enough the first people in this country to have a wireless.
Yes.
Frank Connolly was a very knowledgeable fella, and Frank had a wireless, and he could have got all the foreign stations and all. But there used to be a man come on RT on radio, airing on I think it was on a Wednesday night. Frank Higgins.
Yes.
He was a great fiddle player. And my father would have walked it. If it had been raining cats and dogs, he would have had went to Connolly's till he heard that fiddle player on the wireless on a Wednesday night.
This would have been way before the war, was it?
Oh, I sure.
Years
Whenever we were young, we were only youngsters. Well, then an old man got a wireless beside us called Neil McLaughlin, and then the Austin Stack Keeley band used to be on. It was on for half an hour from 10 to 10:30 on the night during the week, and we would have got down to Neil's till I heard it. And it wasn't that far down the road, but my mother, you wouldn't have got too far in them times. You had to be in good time, and you had to
be quiet when you were there.
We got to hear the Austin Stack Keeley band one night during the week,
Well, the singing, Sarah, was it something that your father would have taught you, or was it just something you picked up?
Just picked it up.
You didn't consciously learn it, so
Not
you
at all,
just
just-
heard him at them.
Just heard and just had an interest in singing always, and I just picked it up from him. Well, Aaron Joel has an air, like, you know. There's nobody followed the traditional end of it, only Jordan and
Yeah.
myself.
Uh-huh.
We followed the traditional,
Ballad
the
singing.
flowers, the ballad singing, and going to the sessions and the
An
flowers.
interest in the music.
That's right.
Well, did any of the family play music at all?
No, well, nobody plays music. Well, I sent a couple of the girls to learn, and they didn't to learn the piano. Well, one of them stayed at it a while, and then she went away to work, and she trained at the nursing, and then she quit it altogether. But Eugene plays the guitar, and Eugene plays the pipes. They were all in the pipe band
Yeah.
up here. They learned the bagpipes. But they all have an air, they could all sing a song.
Well,
That's-
maybe you sing us a wee bar of a song now, Sarah.
I wonder what I could sing. What, like, do you know?
Oh, just whatever one comes into your head.
Well, this is a song that a wee man, he's dead and gone, and him and Len Graham used to sing together. And they used to come here all the time.
Holmes, no?
Wee Joe Holmes.
Yeah.
Oh God, he was a grand wee man, Joe, and he had an awful songs. I do not know how many songs he might have had, and Joe and Len and him used to sing together.
Where was Joe Holmes from?
Joe was from Ballymunna.
Is that where he was
Aye, he was. And how I come to know Joe Holmes and Len Graham, I went to the Flower in Close, and Len was singing. In fact, Len won the Ulster. It was Ulster. I think.
that particular year?
Aye,
Yeah.
Len won it. And I was there when Len, and I went over to Len. I'd never had seen him in my life before. And I went over to him, and I said to him, I enjoyed your singing there. And he thanked me and all that. And he asked me where was I from. And I said I was from County Tyrone, not too far from Calais. Well, he says, I've heard of a ballad singer that lives there. He says, by the name of Geordie Hannah.
Yes.
He says to me, would you know? Oh, I says, I know. All right. And then I said, would he come to the session? And he said that he would. And I arranged the session then specially for him to come to the house. And he wrote back and asked me, did I mind if he brought a couple of friends with him?
Yeah.
And he brought Joe Holmes and Jeannie McGrath. You know Jeannie, she's
I do, she's connected with a
she is.
Flan Valley Castle.
And Paddy,
Yes.
the husband. And that was the first time I met Joe. And God, what a great night that night in there in the house. And from that on, Joe and Len and Jeannie and Jeannie's family and Paddy.
Well, would
God
Jeannie
rest her.
herself sing?
Oh, aye, Jeannie's a
You
lovely
never
singer.
heard Jeannie singing?
Oh, did you not?
No, I don't
Oh,
know.
Jeannie sings lovely songs.
Is that
Jeannie's
right?
lovely songs. I from that part of the country, you know, Tailswater and the Banks of the Ban, and I just don't mind all the songs that she sings now, but Jeannie's a lovely singer. And Jeannie's family is very musical. So the girls all play and sing too. Maura, oh aye, we do sure. But Joe had a wealth of songs. Great singer. I mind one night he was sitting in there. When Joe was singing his song, Joe was nobody would have put Joe off, no matter what was going on. Joe was dead interested. He was telling the story from the heart. Joe sung from the heart. And Geordie was sitting beside him on the couch in there, and Joe was singing a song you called The Stanza McGilligan.
Yes.
And there was a line in it, on the Stanza McGilligan where the wild birds do fly, and there is one among them, and she does fly high. And Geordie whispers in his ear, clip her wings, Joe. And
Yes.
But Joe didn't put Joe off. Joe sung away
Sung
and
away,
never even
yeah.
smiled. You know, he was
No money to stop in the middle of it.
surely. I mind one night singing in there, and God rest John Loughrane was in there. And I got a song off Frank Hart, what's this? It was about a man. The story of the song was a man that had a daughter, and he locked her up in a dungeon,
Yeah.
and brought her nothing but bread and water. No other comfort for her was found, and every day would sorely beat her. To this young maiden at length began, saying, Father, Father, won't you relent now, and let me marry my young servant man? And John Loughlin was listening to the song, following the story of the song, and John says, God, but he was a bad old beast. Wasn't he a bad old beast? The way John went on.
Yes.
And I just busted out with a laugh, and I couldn't finish the song. That put an end to the thing.
And this song you're going to sing, you hear Joe at this song?
I did.
What do you call the song?
The Shamrock Sod.
Right. I don't think I heard you sing it before now.
No, I don't sing it very much, tell you the truth. It's if you don't start it on the right key, it would kill you, you know. So I might start it too high and maybe have to start again. So it doesn't, you know. I never shall forget the sorrow of that day. Being bound across the ocean, Argentine sailed away. I left my friends on Derry Quay, my love on Carrick shore. For right well I knew I was doomed to trod the shamrock sod no more. Right well I knew when I left home what my sad fate would be. Still thinking on my comrade boys, they seemed to flee from me. I watched them till my eyes grew dim, until my heart grew sore. For right well I knew I was doomed to trod the shamrock sod no more. Oh, where is the trusty heart I once came to call my own? I took my last fond look of her the day that I left home. 'Twas not her wealth that won my heart down by yon western main, but the constant smile of my favourite girl that filled my heart with the pain. I wish I were a little bird I would light on my love's breast, and if I were a nightingale I'd sing my love to rest. Or had I the wings of an angel bright, my love I'd guard unseen. For the reason that I love my love is because that my love loves me. When I am on my winding sheet and there's no one to pity me, when I am on my winding sheet, my thoughts will be of thee. For I must eat the stranger's bread and bear the stranger's scorn, and it makes me sigh when I'm far from thee, dear isle where I was born.
Lovely song. Lovely indeed. I never heard that song before now.
I'm sure you didn't. There's not too many knows that song. That was one of Joe's.
Well, Joe sang that song a lot, they would.
Well, he didn't sing it too often. I just liked it, and we used to go on weekends. The Arts Council would have singing weekends, you know.
Yes.
In the Northern Counties Hotel in Portrush, and in the Hotel Carlton in Ballick were there one weekend, and in the Northern Counties. But this fella, he used to work and he used to read the news on RTE. I seen him. He was on the Pure Drop, in fact, there on Tuesday night last. He sung on the Pure Drop.
I saw a fellow singing Irish.
I sung in Irish. Aye, Dermot. Aye,
Irish,
that's right, Dermot. Dermot O'Sullivan, and he sung a song, "The Banks of Ceylon," and Geordie was very interested in it. And he was working for RTE at the time. He had cameras and all with him, and he was in the Northern Counties. He was terribly rushed this day going away. And Geordie says to him, "I thought you might have sung "The Banks of Ceylon." There was a fella there whom we know, and he had a tape recorder with him.
Yes.
And Geordie said to him, he says, "Will you tape it?" And Dermot says, "Well, come on ahead up into a room where it's quiet, and I'll sing it for you someplace, you know, where there's no noise." And that's what he done. And he rushed off at that, and he says, "There, I'm away now, and you can," because he should have been away. He stayed behind that like a minute to sing it just till the blades, Geordie. Here to God, when they turned it back, there wasn't a thing on the tape. You talk about a disappointed man. Geordie was fit to go crazy, and he never got the words of it.
Never
No,
managed to get the words.
He never got it. The Banks of Ceylon. I tell you, who sings it there? Jimmy Curley. You know that singer, Jimmy Curley. He sings it. I hear him singing it there now. But Dermot O'Sullivan made a great job of it. He sings mostly in Irish. He's in that O'Reilly group there. I've seen him on the television.
Well, is he not with RTE now?
He mustn't be now. He used to read the news in Irish, but he must. I haven't seen him now for ages. I never seen him till I seen him on the Pure Drop there. I haven't seen him for years.
What do you think of the Flaw and Sligo? Yeah.
Well, you know this. I was disappointed in a bit now. Well, the venues were very, God
Very
bless us,
far apart.
very far apart. But I suppose it was their first effort, and maybe it'll be better next year.
The next year we'll know the town a bit better.
You know that it was a strange town.
It's an awful easy town to get lost in.
That's right.
Nothing about you wouldn't know where you were.
That is right. But
well, was any good singing sessions in it?
there was surely. Oh, there's a lot of good singing sessions. We had a good singing session with Paddy Barry and Phil and Frank Brayson and Paddy Harkin and I couldn't name Lena O'Shea, and we had great singing sessions. There was no doubt. 2 or 3 of James McMahon and them all, The same crowd that was at all the singing sessions. It's funny, there's a crowd that follows the singing, isn't it?
The singing sessions is nice.
I like the singing.
Good order in it.
I like the music too, I love the music too.
The crowd will not just keep us quiet when the musicians.
No, that's right.
Singer starts, you wouldn't hear it then.
That's right, Well, then it's interested, I hate, it's a thing I don't like to do, no matter who the singer is or how bad they are or how, I would always, because everybody's doing their best, and I think it's awful to talk when anybody's performing. It's an awful thing to do. And there's people you could not keep quiet. And I would never talk when anybody is performing, singing or playing or anything, because I think they should get order now, because everybody is doing, and it makes very little of their performance, doesn't it? I think it's awful for the not.
It's very hard for the person that's doing
it is. I think it's awful to not give order. If you want to talk, people should try and keep their voices down at least.
That's a very nice song that young Geordie Hannah sang. I don't know what he called the second song he sang. Do you remember
it? He sang the Maymore in due to a different tune.
That one.
That's
I
nice.
thought that a nice song.
George.
Have you a different there for it?
No, the Maymore and Dew is the one that Damien Malloy sings it there. Dolores Kane sings it.
Do you sing it?
No, I don't know it at all, and I should know it. I know the tune of it, like. A fella called what's this you call him? An Geordie went to see him. Peter Nolan. Peter Nolan won the All Ireland with that. I think
But
it's from
that's
County Mayo years ago.
yeah.
At a flower we were at, and Peter Nolan won the All Ireland with the Maymore and Dew. That was the first time I heard the Maymore and Dew, like years ago, at a flower. Actually called the fella who won the All Ireland that year.
Did you ever meet a singer, flute player as well, Josie McDermott?
Oh, aye.
I was down his house there the
Were
week
you?
after the flower.
Were you indeed?
Oh, they're good.
Aye.
Popular,
Isn't he a nice creator, Josie McDermott?
Oh, great talker.
Aye. Great talker and a great singer.
I never heard him sing.
Oh, did you not?
No, I never heard him sing.
Oh, good, I heard him sing.
He's a bad throat at the minute.
Oh, has he?
He's not-
Aye.
He says if anybody asks him to sing when they come in first, he could sing them a song.
Aye.
But if he talks for a while, he can't sing them.
Oh, no, oh, he's a lovely singer.
Uh,
Oh, a lovely singer.
he's wrote several songs there.
Aye. He's a good character, Josie. I seen him, he was up in, he was no man 2 or 3 places up around here, like years ago, at concerts, you know.
That's right.
Oh, he was surely.
That's the first time I met him.
Oh, aye. Roscommon man he is.
He's a great
Aye.
character.
He's from Roscommon.
That's right.
Aye, oh,
That's
aye.
right.
I heard him there on the wireless. I heard him on the long note last night.
Was he in there?
He was. Lilton.
Aye.
Lovely lilter as well.
I never can remember people
Uh-huh.
long ago.
He lilted 2 reels. Aye. He's very good. Oh, aye. I like Cahill Hidden there too, playing the fiddle. He's a nice player, isn't he?
Yes.
Aye, lovely
Yeah.
player, Cahill, aye. And a nice lad. Cahill's coming to their house from me was in, God bless us, he has no size, with a banjo under his arm. He won the All Ireland on the banjo in 1977 in Ennis.
A great banjo player he was.
Ah, great banjo player. Great banjo player. Of course, John the father was a great banjo player, you know.
I heard that. And
John.
I never, of all the time I knew John, I've never heard him playing it.
Oh, did you not?
No.
Oh, I heard him. Oh, I heard him playing the banjo years ago. Oh, I did surely. But I was having sessions in the house. So I used to have that house in there full of people. I seen as far as 80 in that
Is it a
house.
bit of a night?
Uh-huh. Oh, surely. I'd have the comics and the Hiddens and God knows who wasn't in there. Len Graham and Joe Holmes and Ginny McGrath and Paddy Ann. They were there from God knows. And then ones that wasn't playing at all, they would hear that there's a big night here and they would
And
all
long
come.
day.
As soon as the pubs closed, they'd just come here, you know. But it was a nice wee fella used to come here too, and he died last year, called Endakirk. He's from Armagh. He was a folk singer, played a guitar and sung. And I couldn't believe it when I heard that Endakirk wasn't going to live. He was a lovely singer.
Was he not that old, eh?
Oh, he was only a young chap. He's a teacher in the Brothers School in Armagh, and his wife's a teacher too. And they had a son and a daughter. In fact, I got a card from him for Christmas. I have it there in the room yet. And he said, I'll see you early in the new year. And Lord bless us. Next thing I heard that he was dead in 2 or 3 weeks. He died in January.
Where does Len Graham, where does he live?
Len lives in Mullabone.
Really?
Aye. Len was originally from Portrush or Coleraine area, you know.
Up that far.
Aye, that's right. And his mother lives in Portrush.
I
And
didn't
his
think he
father's
was that
dead.
close at home at all.
Oh yes, he lives over there in Mullabone. He's and his wife Podrickine. Oh, she writes. So I'm sure now you've seen Podrickine's sister. She was on the Pure Drop last Tuesday night week. Ethna. She sang in Irish as well.
Did so or on
That's
the-
right.
didn't
Well,
know
that's
so.
Len's wife's sister. That's
Yeah.
Ethna. Lovely singer, flute player, great musician, lovely singer, and a lovely person as well. And she's married to a fella called Jerry O'Connor, who's a lovely fiddle player. He's in that group Skylark.
I heard him, I haven't heard him.
And
in a
his
couple of
mother
years.
is a lovely fiddle player. His mother. Oh,
I think
right.
that Jerry Boy, he was in the Fiddler Oriole one year.
I'm sure he was.
I
He's a
don't think
lovely
of it.
fiddle player as well as being a nice person, you know, too. Very nice fella, Jerry O'Connor. Oh, aye.
There's another good fiddle player, he is, or Nichols a good fiddle player. I heard him recently, Donald Donnelly, that young fella.
Oh, yes.
I
he-
think he's lovely.
Aye, yes. You know, young Stephen Hayden's going to be a good player too,
Yes.
you know.
He is.
Aye.
He's going to be a good player.
Yes, aye. Oh yes, surely. I have that tape there at Cackleton. I have it nearly played out. I love to listen to it. Him and Mark Mullen and Brian McGrath. Brian McGrath's a good banjo player too, you know.
He is.
He is a lovely player, Brian. Oh, wow.
Well, here, Sarah, maybe sing us another middle of song, will you?
Yeah, what do I sing now? What could I sing this time? I'll sing you now in a Joe's that's not too many people knows it. Another song of Joe Holmes's. Joe used to sing this one as well. I am a rambling Irishman, I have rambled up and down, still looking for my equal, but that I never could find. I never saw one I could call my own, till I came to Morin shore. It was there I spied a charming girl, and she has my heart in store. Now the first place that I saw my love, and it was in Kilkeel town. I viewed her mild behaviour as she walked up and down. She was sweeter than the Queen of May, and for beauty she has more. She is the darling of my heart, and she dwells on Morin shore. Well, the next place that I saw my love, and it was on Morin strand. I stepped up unto her, and I give to her my hand. I put my arms around her waist, and I give her kisses 3. And I said, my pretty Morin girl, would you pad the road with me? For to pad the road with you, young man, I am a year too young. And besides, oh, all you Lurgan lads have a false and a flattering tongue. But the even time was coming down, and she could no longer stand, and she fell into my arms on the banks of Morin strand. Now when she came unto herself, and found what she had done, she wrung her hands and tore her hair, saying, forever I'm undone. Will you marry me, my Lurgan lad, as you promised me before? And my father will divide his lands on the banks of Morin shore. I will tell you, as you told me, I am a year too young. And besides, oh, all you Morin girls have a false and a flattering tongue. But if ever I live to come to age, my vows I will make a stand, and I'll marry you, my Morin girl, on the banks of Morin strand.
Lovely, sir.